Hi guys, and welcome to another local podcast. Today we are in Jelsa in Hvar, and this is my guest Gergő. He's my Hungarian friend from Ozora. And how would you like to introduce yourself to the public watching, to the 5 people watching?
Greetings. Well, I'm some sort of a traveler right now, both like physically and like mentally.
And spiritually?
Yeah, spiritually. I'm in a really good like upward spiral right now. I used to be an engineer.
You used to have a normal job, but now you're in unemployment maxing. Just kidding, he's like using his resources smartly.
Yeah. The thing is like I spent 5 years as an engineer, and like most people at my age, they like get fed up after 2 years. So it took me 5 years to get fed up and do something else. And I figured that I need a break, a few months maybe, half a year, and my company couldn't provide that, so I just...
You just quit?
Yeah, I just quit.
Yes. Well, it all happened after Ozora, like when we met on the festival. Before Ozora, you were like almost a straight edge, normal kind of guy working as an engineer in a company that doesn't pay you well enough. I mean, they do for the standards, but when you were introduced to psychedelics, you started experiencing life differently.
Yeah, so it was like I was always interested in the culture and the psytrance
the music,
community.
the community.
Yeah, but mainly I went to Ozora because of the music, and my company paid back to some cafeteria system. So
yeah, you had a system in your job, in your workplace, that give you that pay your vacation for you. So you used it to go to Ozora.
Yeah. Basically, my ticket was free. So yeah, everything aligned, and I met you guys there. Yeah,
you had a bad influence there from a normal guy who's functioning in society. He met me. I was a horrible influence, and all the other Croatians in the camp.
Be careful where you park at Ozora.
Don't park near Croatians. They will destroy you unless you're already into psychedelics. Just to make a disclaimer for people watching, we are not promoting drug use here. We're just talking about our experiences and the culture surrounding psychedelics and psytrance festivals and things like that.
Yeah.
When you came to Ozora, I remember you just came there for music and to get away from the mundane life, and you wanted to camp somewhere and to meet new people. So you used that opportunity, and at some point you decided, you know what, I'm going to try these things called psychedelics. And what was the thing that changed your mind about that?
Okay, so let's start about where I came from. So in Hungary, we have a really strict drug policy. We actually it's kind of fucked up because we don't really put that much emphasis on the like drug sellers. We like police. They go for the little fish too, like some weed user or something like that. And
drug policies are extremely strict in Hungary. They are also in Croatia, but they're not super strict like in Hungary.
Yeah, but you can get jail time for just weed usage.
Yeah, so it's much better in Croatia, definitely.
And they are demonized. Like I remember as a 6-year-old, even I heard and saw these commercials demonizing all kinds of psychedelics. I remember specifically LSD. And so I grew up in this, like, drugs are bad, don't even try them,
Drugs are bad, okay.
Understand them, yeah. And the people who use them, they are also like the most terrible people you could ever meet. And well, I went to Ozora, I saw people doing drugs, and they were the same people, like, and
the same bunch from the camp that were sober, it's the same bunch on LSD.
Yeah, and the other thing is like after I tried them, I saw how much worse alcohol is.
Yeah, alcohol destroys your organism, destroys your cells, your brain cells, everything. And people demonize mushrooms. People demonize mushrooms and LSD because they change your state of consciousness, which make you think you will lose your mind or lose control, which is actually a good thing to lose control sometimes and to see who you really are underneath all the fake discipline. Here I'm not talking about like true discipline, like having a routine or things like that. It's the fake discipline we all have to keep a mask on, to convince ourselves that we're something that we're not. So psychedelics kind of force us to face that, and that's scary for the system. So it demonizes those substances, but alcohol, which destroys your organism, good. Drink, people, yes.
Yeah, because I'm trying to like come up in my head with an explanation about the difference between the two. So alcohol is something like, hey kid, I see you have anxiety and responsibilities. How about we numb it down, and I will give you the permission to act however you want, even if it's the worst part of you. But like psychedelics, at least for me, were like, hey kid, here's this mirror. You can look into this mirror and explore hidden parts of yourself, and you can try to understand yourself better, or you can just leave this mirror and go party and see all kinds of weird shit. I can do both, but like you have a choice to act like if it was alcohol, but
alcohol with visuals, or if it's something that makes you experience your psyche in a deeper way.
Yeah, so basically with psychedelics you can choose to learn. With alcohol, I don't know, I couldn't. Like after I tried psychedelics, I had this attitude towards substances where I was like, okay, here I am, let's see what we can do with this to learn. And I tried the same with alcohol, but I couldn't like do it, or
it doesn't have the same potential.
Yeah.
And we're not saying like never drink alcohol. Alcohol is super evil. It's just that alcohol has a different effect than psychedelics. And drinking too much alcohol is kind of normalized in our society, even though it's like kind of an addiction, but it's still normalized more than just occasionally taking LSD or mushrooms. And the effects are very different. So alcohol kind of numbs down your mirror, numbs down your self-awareness, while psychedelics do the opposite. But you can still use them. Some people still use them just as drugs, just as party drugs. And I've heard some people that I know never experienced anything profound or spiritual on psychedelics, which is, to me, was weird because I thought it's a universal experience with those substances, but turns out some people just do drugs. Some people are not psychonauts, some people just do drugs.
Yeah, it really depends on the person, because I was always like within my own world, you know, and my mind was racing on many different things, and psychedelics, they made those things more visual, and I was really into this, because it was like a really good tool for me.
You began to experience your mind in a more intense way.
Yeah, and it's your choice. You can look into the mirror if you are not afraid of your reflection, or you can walk away and just have a good party.
And also depends on set and setting. If you're in a setting that doesn't allow you to trip, you're not going to have a good party. You're going to have a bad trip. But if you're on a festival or on a party with really good friends, close friends, people that you know, or if you had the experience like Gergő here, who met a bunch of Croatians, and throughout the 9-day period, or was it how many, 7 days? I don't remember. Throughout those days, you got to know us, and you figured, okay, these people are actually safe for this kind of experience, so I'm going to allow myself to try this.
Yeah, settings matter. Like I trusted you guys, and
because you met us, you spent days living basically with us in the camp.
Yeah, it was kind of like. If we like
I
ayahuasca.
Forgot to mention, not just a bunch of Croatians, there were Slovaks also.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Slovaks if they are going to watch us. Okay, continue. Sorry for that.
So settings really matter, because I trusted you guys, and I could like prepare myself on what to expect and what I would like to do, and how my attitude towards the substance should be. And in that light, it was kind of like an ayahuasca ceremony, like with the preparations, I think. It reminded me of that.
Yeah, you also tried ayahuasca.
No,
I cannot pronounce it all the time.
I didn't actually.
Oh, you tried peyote.
So I went to Peru. And I only had mushrooms, because with peyote and ayahuasca, you need a shaman. Like, you cannot just take it alone. You really need someone to take care of your body. But
there's a lot of fake shamans selling bullshit.
Yeah, I couldn't find
in South America, in the Amazon, because it's popular. Ayahuasca tourism is. Unfortunately very popular now, so people are abusing it, and the fake shamans are mostly like native-looking people, someone who has those genes, and the white Europeans and Americans, when they come there, they're like, oh, this is a real shaman, and it turns out it's some quack guy, and he doesn't know how to truly take you through the experience and protect you from the influences that can affect you on that very sensitive state of consciousness.
Yeah, I'd say in the Sacred Valley, it's harder to find like a trustworthy person.
Trusted adult.
Yeah, because I think I found like six, seven, eight shamans. But I started asking around, like the other Europeans who have been to their places, and they were like, "Oh, this girl, don't trust her, because she will take wachuma while you are tripping. So she's tripping and you're tripping, and it's just a mess."
Just a chaotic mess.
Yeah.
So that's why you didn't.
Careful.
You really, if you wanted to try ayahuasca, but you didn't have the opportunity to meet a true shaman, or to find a true facility that can take you through that experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a Sacred Valley. I hear Iquitos is another story. Like it's more authentic there, and it's easier to find a good shaman there.
And all these places are in Peru.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, where have you been exactly in Peru? He has been in Peru like last month, and it was like 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
6 weeks. You've been in Peru and you visited many places. You visited Machu Picchu, which is awesome, and your first mission or goal was to find facilities that you can volunteer in and you can learn about the culture, and maybe try ayahuasca, maybe try peyote, but what happened there?
Yeah, so the plan was to work in a hostel for a week, and then go to as a volunteer, and then go to a holistic center which serves wachuma and ayahuasca for 3 weeks, and then fuck off to Jamaica. But like from the holistic center, when I talked to the guy, he sold it pretty well. So I was like, okay, then I will spend my whole 6 weeks there, and drop Jamaica for another time. So I only booked flights to Peru. I arrived, I immediately became sick, like cold, altitude sickness, and just the general hygiene in Peru is trying to kill you. And you cannot drink the tap water, and there are cats invading your bed at night, so everything.
I don't mind cats invading my bed, unless they're dangerous cats. But let's
they
get
are
back.
orange cats.
Oh, orange cats, of course. So let's get back to the topic of your journey as a psychonaut, basically, or how you like to call it, alchemist of the soul, where you kind of discovered you started to discover your path as a spiritual human being, or as a living conscious being on this planet.
So I realized that my trips, regardless of the substance, are like one big storyline, and each trip is adding more to the story. So the first one, the LSD, it was an introduction, like, hey man, here I am, you can use me for all kinds of purposes, I will give you a demonstration. And second trip, it was mushrooms, and that's where the real work began, because I, somewhere up the clouds, I found my child self, and I could bring it down to my body.
Your inner child.
Yeah. And
but it wasn't inner, it was somewhere else lost. Lost in the sky.
It was locked away.
Away.
For preservation, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, so there's like a point in everyone's life when your ego starts to emerge, and I believe the ego is there as a shield or a decoy to protect your child self
protection.
from harm. Yeah.
inner child.
Yeah. I guess
Your ego is there to protect your inner child, to protect the sensitive parts of you as a person or your psyche.
Yeah, so, and in my case, it was even like locked away and far away.
Somewhere trapped.
Up in the clouds, yeah, for some extra protection. And
this was all your trance visual experiences when you first tried mushrooms.
Yeah, and like when I say I see things, it's weird because in my first trip I really thought that I would see things with my eye, but you don't. You see things with your mind. Mm-hmm. And it's almost dreamlike, but
it's a trance state.
But more real, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are sober trance states and psychedelics trance states. You can get into a trance state in there are different methods to get there, but people experience them differently. There are people who have very visual experiences, and there are people who have more sensory feelings. I usually feel things more sensory, like tactile, as my subtle bodies, my extended bodies also have tactile sensations, and they can feel things around. This is when I tried doing journeying a couple of times. Journeying is like this neo-shamanic technique where you visualize yourself going down a hole, and then you try to find things there. I gave up on the whole neo-shamanism things because I don't find the system like full or it's like culturally appropriating things, but also it isn't like complex or developed enough. So I just didn't find anything of substance there. But the experiences were interesting because in those light trance states, I could feel the environment tactilely. Is that a word? With my tactile sensations. And some people experience it more visually. Some people can hear sounds. Some people just kind of get concepts, ideas in those states. And you feel it like more like embodied ideas. I don't know how to describe that.
It's like I open myself and spirits just find me, you know. Mm-hmm. So I get visited by a lot of creatures, and
you had some interesting ones.
Sometimes deities, yes. I've been seeing a lot of frogs and owls lately.
There were deers and before.
Deer is my main, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's my patron. It's my spirit animal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually almost had a car accident after a deer vision, because like 6 deers came out to the road. They were jumping in front of my car. I was about to stop it.
But before that, you had an intense experience with the deer spirit. Before that, and then you had almost a car accident when deer almost hit your car.
Yeah, like these things, they sometimes manifest in the physical world, yeah. And
they say hi in the physical to remind you, yeah, we're real, yeah. We're here.
Exactly, it's like a reminder that, hey, you have unfinished business here, or we are watching, or something.
Don't ignore
like
us.
Yeah. And the deer spirit, it had a darker side too, that had to be cleansed, which means I had to be cleansed.
But let me first ask you, what was your first experience with spirits? How did it look like? With those kinds of deer spirits, your inner child, I mean, that's a part of you, but you also had spirits guiding you through that process.
it was like all kinds of animals in the beginning. Like I would.
How did that look like? How did you experience that, and how did you know those were spirits and not just a projection of your mind or something like that?
They felt conscious, alive, you know.
Yeah, the same way when you look at a person's eyes, you feel a soul there, and
they had intent.
Yeah.
Like when I went up for my inner child, an eagle took me up there. And I stared into its eyes, and I just saw that he was something from me. So I hopped on its back, and he started flying up and up and up. And then I met the giraffe there. Later I found out that it is the symbol of the connection between heaven and earth. And
yeah, because it's tall, it's reaching the ground, walking on the ground, but also has a huge neck that reaches the sky.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Exactly. And like the giraffe, it morphed into a butterfly, and I saw something fishy. Like I felt something familiar with that butterfly, and I was like, this is not your real form, show me your real form. And it like morphed into me, like my child.
Wow.
Me. And yeah, that was a touching moment, you know. And you just know these things.
The plot twist, this is actually you.
Yeah, and it is like you can communicate with them, so you like with a conscious being you can communicate with each other, but not verbally.
I know,
like
it's more telepathically.
Yeah.
I can describe it in the way like how I experience mushrooms, for example, or any communication with the spirits that I come into contact with. If I manage to do that, it's mostly like concepts, ideas being felt, and then you feel if they feel it, and then they respond. What's that?
Phone.
Why is it complaining?
Sorry. I think they are coming from Coca-Cola.
From what?
I've got a job offer from Coca-Cola.
Ah, awesome. I'm gonna keep this in the podcast. So just so people know that Gergő is not unemployment maxing, and this is just me making fun of people. But basically, that's interesting. What would you do? What would you do in Coca-Cola if you got a job there?
Lean engineer. So basically, I would optimize processes and things like that, like manufacturing processes. Yeah, it would be nice.
Yeah, let us get back to what we were saying about communicating with spirits and how you experienced spirits for the first time.
So with the ego, it was like physical contact and staring into each other's eyes, sharing some thoughts. There were like frogs. They just let me into their kingdom. So it's really, I just feel the intentions. And with the deer,
yeah, when you feel how the spirits communicate with you, they basically just like send you concepts, ideas, or sometimes images, and you respond with your thoughts. And they respond by changing your thoughts, or like adjusting your thoughts, or giving feeling to your thoughts. For example, when I'm on mushrooms, they sometimes they directly send me, show me images or ideas in more like a 3D animation video form, something like that. And sometimes they just like adjust my thoughts. Like I think something and they're like, like this, okay, like that. It's basically how I experience communication, and from talking to you, I feel like you experience it the same way. Most people experience it like that, rather than like literal sentences.
Not only that, but they can like also direct your attention. So there were like multiple occasions when I was commuting with the spirit, and I started to notice a pattern in the background music or something.
Yeah, that's also. They also sometimes direct your, especially when you're sober. That's the most common experience when you're sober or you're not in a trance state, sober trance state or anything like that. You're just like normal, living in a normal everyday life, and you can feel something redirecting your attention to a synchronicity. And then you notice something, and then you're like, oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah. And that's the good part. You can do it sober too. Like you don't
need anything actually. We have that. Our brains are very fine-tuned machines that can reach those states of consciousness on their own.
I think of the brain more like a hub. For connecting things.
Yeah, it's like
you can rewire it to connect different things.
It's like a transmitter of consciousness, and you can train it to for different states of consciousness, so you can channel different types of things. You can experience different types of realities, basically, or one reality in different ways. Basically, it's all just one reality, but in very different lenses. Different states of consciousness are a tool to experience reality in very, very different ways. And it's all real. It's not like some states of consciousness are fake, some states of consciousness are real. I hear people all the time saying things like, oh, the things you experience in meditations are real because you're sober, but the things you experience on psychedelics are fake because you're on drugs. It's not, it's just a different tool.
It's more like meditations, they are just steps, and psychedelic trips, they are leaps.
Yeah, that's why they're dangerous for a lot of people, because you're not making small steps when you're meditating. You're training yourself every day. I'm going to meditate 10 minutes, 30 minutes every day to get into a deeper states of consciousness. If you're looking for trance-like states or deeper meditation states, people meditate for different reasons, and meditation is a broad word. So in this context, we're talking about trance states. If you're meditating to reach deeper trance states, it takes a long fucking time, really long time of daily practice. But with psychedelics, you can just take a 300 microgram tab of LSD and it transports you immediately. But you're gone for 10 hours and you need to manage that.
Yeah, and don't do it on weekdays.
Only on weekends, people, only on weekends. Or 3 days if you work seasonal shifts like me. Okay, so what were you talking about? Okay, so meeting spirits for the first time and how you encounter them. I'm going to try to keep quiet for now. I'll let you finish.
Sometimes they come right up to my face. Sometimes they have to be like invoked, invited. I can summon spirits. I can summon the deer anytime. I can summon it right now.
Because it's your spirit.
Yeah.
You have a connection. Or it was probably most likely your spirit in the past, but you never had the opportunity to meet it face to face. Until you tried your first mushrooms, or you tried also meditating after that and going into trance states on your own.
And sometimes, like, even if I don't want to spirits just barge in, like...
Sometimes they just say, hi,
yeah,
for your
like,
real estate.
Yeah, like how Ganesha did, and back in the day Shiva did. It was like a few seconds, but it was really profound and very significant.
I'm super jealous of that because I tried really hard to reach Shiva. I was singing Namaskara mantra for every single day for a long time, and occasionally I get a synchronicity, or occasionally I get a feeling, okay, this is Shiva, Shiva is there, but I never had a deity just visit me.
Go, you tremble. You tremble.
I'm a noob, I don't know shit.
I think Shiva visits people who
don't try hard.
Need an important task. So, like, if Shiva needs something done from that person, and yeah, I got a task from him.
Him and her, Shiva can have a dual nature, also.
And Ganesha was assigned to help me. Like, he's the remover of obstacles after all. So sometimes they just barge in and give you shit you didn't ask for.
Give you quests.
Yeah, the main quests, sometimes side quests. Yeah, and that's it.
What happens if an deity gives you a quest and you ignore it?
I didn't dare to try.
Okay, that's a smart decision.
Yeah, but you know when you are on the right track and when you are on the wrong track, because I've been doing a good work on myself. I think that's the task I was given.
Yeah.
And I started seeing in my visions like railroads. And in my mind, railroads, they are fixed paths. And they are hard to derail. So that happened in January 1st. The first time it happened was in January. And it was before my Peru trip. And there were like a lot of question marks on how the hell I'm gonna get this and this and this done. But I started seeing rails and I was like, okay, I don't have to worry. Everything will just...
Everything is on track.
Yeah, everything is on track. Everything will fall into place, and it did. Like, really to the point.
Very specific details about your life.
Yeah.
That's very interesting, because for you, psychedelics only opened the doors for a whole personal spiritual journey that you had to take yourself. And you found different tools for accessing different states of consciousness where you can communicate with spirits that are guiding you. And sometimes you don't even have to access states of consciousness, different states of consciousness. They just barge in. They're like, hi, I have a quest for you.
Oh, yeah, yes. So I have these visits sometimes, usually before falling asleep, like when you are between, I don't know,
in the liminal
state.
It's called the liminal state, or hypnagogic, I think.
Yeah, it's between falling asleep and being barely awake.
Yeah, I think it's hypnagogic, but yeah, our friends are going away. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Okay,
Have a nice one. All right.
Okay, so when you're on the wrong path, or you deterred from your path, you get
Punished.
punished. Okay, that's a harsh word, but okay. Elaborate.
So there was one occasion when I was like straying from the path, and at the same day I was punished for it. Like there is this spirit which gives me protection, and she saw me like straying, and then she removed the protection, and that night I had like horrible feel of dread, and I couldn't fall asleep. So you get punished for it. But the next day I consulted her, and I tried to like realize what I was doing wrong, and I started fixing it, and the protection was back and is back since.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it usually happens like that with spirits. Like I have my guardian spirit team. I just call them. And I feel like I'm always protected, but I know when I'm crossing the line where they wouldn't protect me. I just know, like, I can feel that. It's suspicious I'm doing something that I'm not, that's not aligned with my personal path. They're just gonna be like, nah, fuck you. And things do happen when I did cross the line several times, so I know what happens. So I think that's kind of a similar experience for most people that have interactions with spirits that guide them. And how did you decide that, or how did you know that this was the right path for you, that this was something that you needed to do in life, to interact with these spirits, to have visions, to have these experiences as a form of self-development, in a sense of discovering your true path as a person and living life authentically?
Tough question.
This sounds like an interrogation.
So there has to be a reason why I'm experiencing this, and it is fun to work on yourself. It's very rewarding, even at the low points. Like
yeah, everyone has to work on themselves and develop psychologically, but not everyone does that in the same way that we are doing it. And my question was more, I know you were responding to my question, but how did you exactly know that this kind of work, this kind of experiences, traveling, trance-like states, meditation, psychedelics, interacting with spirits, how did you know this was something you need to do?
Well, it's like you don't have to be a psychonaut to agree that nature is good for your soul, you know. And
everyone knows that, except for some weird individuals, but that's for another story.
And like getting back to nature is healing, healing your body, your subconscious, and you just feel when you have to do that, when you have to get out to the forest for a short walk or for a longer time. And I just wanted to test myself by going to Peru and experiencing the jungle, the mountains, the desert.
Yeah, experiencing life on hard mode.
Yeah, exactly. Because I realized that in modern society, no one's having a rite of passage, you know. Like do this, like back in the tribal days,
they had initiations
Yes.
into adulthood, and some individuals later had initiation into like healing traditions, medicine man traditions, shamanistic traditions, things like that.
yeah, there was a point, there was a task, which if you did, then everyone recognized you as a man.
As an adult, yeah, they a lot of indigenous traditions used to have. Nowadays, they're kind of stripped away from their traditions, which is horrible. But before, they all used to have rites of passage, rituals and traditions that give you an experience where you have to prove yourself as an adult. And in many cases, especially in Malidoma Some, like he has a biography called of Water and Spirit. It's an interesting book. He talks about his initiations into the African tribes. When you initiate as an adult, you go through this rites of passage at the ages of 14 or 15, but he did it at like 21 or something like that, or 23. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. So he was like a big dude amongst kids. And to prove yourself as an adult, there's a chance you can die in these rites of passages. We don't have that anymore. Like in this society, in this civilization, our rites of passages are basically finish college, get a driving license, I don't know,
Yeah,
things like that.
what kind of things are that?
They're not.
You haven't proven that you can like stay alive. You know,
Yeah.
you can stay alive in the system.
Oh, people are here. So
Oh, okay.
shit.
Maybe they will leave. Yeah, they are
know.
not coming here.
I don't know. I think this is their hammock.
Oh,
Oh, they're just passing through.
okay.
Okay, we're going to the beach.
So what are you proving with that? You can, if you have a degree and schools and driver's licenses, you can stay alive in the system. But if you would just get lost somewhere, you would probably have a hard time, especially after 3 days, if you don't know how to like find and purify water. And like the older tribal rites of passages were about this.
Yes.
And
Not just about just physical survival. It's also mental and spiritual survival. It's surviving states of consciousness. It's surviving harsh conditions of life, harsh temperatures, a lot of things at the same time. You're basically proving that you can stay alive in that environment, and you're getting initiated in this rite of passage. You're getting initiated by nature. You are you are surviving in nature by connecting to it and trying to communicate with it in order to basically survive. That's what the rites of passages in many indigenous cultures were about. But in our society, the rites of passage is about living in the system, not in nature.
yeah, so I wanted something more real than that, and that's why I traveled to Peru.
Let's not just trip, let's actually go somewhere.
Yeah,
and
to
survive.
find my rite of passage. And I endured many harsh conditions.
Congratulations on becoming an adult. I'm
you.
still not an adult, so I am a child congratulating a true adult.
So yeah, I've made the passage for myself.
That's very interesting, because I'm also looking into doing that for myself. I'm not going to spoil anything. And I see that you've studied these rites of passages, how they look like, how indigenous traditions perceive them, and you apply that to your own life, and you went somewhere to experience that. That's an admirable thing, actually, because you traveled alone, and I'm kind of scared of going alone to Peru, but I would go alone to other places.
Yeah, I had a harder time than most, because I don't speak Spanish. I went alone. I went with an 11 kilogram bag, and I still did the Salkantay trek, which is a 5-day trek in 3 days.
Oh my God.
That was my big rite of passage. And once I reached the peak, I was like, this is coming together, you know.
Awesome.
The last day was a 40-kilometer stretch, and my feet were like
Destroyed. Crumbled.
Beyond recognition. Blisters and shit like that. And you know what I did? I smiled. I was smiling.
Because you're finally experiencing what life is supposed to be about.
Yeah.
What's living as a human, as a physically embodied being is about.
Yeah.
And feeling that in your soul, not just living day by day, finding distractions, enjoying entertainment and pleasures of life, and ignoring like the whole purpose of living. You basically went, okay, let's dive deep into the purpose and see, is there anything there? And you found something. You found meaning. You found I don't know how to explain that. There are no words for this.
A direction.
Direction.
I found a direction. Yeah. So after my first, after Ozora, when I went home, I was in my workplace, and I think the first day, the first day before lunch break, I was like sitting on a bench and, why am I doing this? Well, what is it for? You know, like I'm working for a company which doesn't reward me that well. Instead of building my shit, you know, and okay.
You were basically working on another person's project.
Yeah,
you worked hard to get a degree in an engineering university just to be working for some guy. And you started thinking, okay, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, exactly. And
for 4 years, this is like not leading me anywhere. It's not going anywhere. I can only get promotions, but it's basically the same thing.
And like LSD taught me to be content with less.
Yes, minimalism.
So yeah, the moment you let go of the idea to have a big ass house with 3 cars and 5 kids,
3 Scirocco's.
Yeah, and unicycles and all kinds of crap, life becomes so much easier. Survival becomes so much easier. What
manageable.
You need food, shelter, and something to drink.
Which we are basically also learning today. We are camping here in Jelsa, and we're trying to find ways to survive, to fill waters, and
yeah.
Now shower is our biggest problem because we got kicked out. I don't know if this is smart to say publicly, but I don't think the system people will be watching this video, so I don't care. Yeah, we got kicked out of the camp for using their shower, but we're not there. We're just camping around.
Well, there are other campings around here.
Yes.
Then we can get kicked out of.
Don't tell the police.
We were here. All right, so being content with less. And yeah, the moment you realize that you don't need that much to survive and be happy, and that most modern things are just distractions, then your life becomes easier and
simpler and easier.
And I recognized that. The next step was to recognize my strength. That was Peru. And now I have a direction from these two things. I have a direction and I have a plan I will get back into the system just to farm it.
I like that plan.
Yeah.
Farming the system.
Yeah, and I will work on my own shit. And it will be a side project at first, and working will be the main project, and slowly
the priorities
it will
need
shift.
to shift. Yes.
And the moment I can
because you need experience. You're just basically a fresh new adult. You just got initiated. You initiated yourself by surviving in harsher conditions, not just harsher conditions, in unfamiliar conditions, and by how do you say that in English? I forgot. Just a second. By trusting the things that you've learned from spirits and from these experiences you had before, and now that you initiated yourself, nature initiated you. You're basically a fresh new kid on the block. You need more experience, so you're just learning how to get there, and you still need to farm the system a bit to get to the point where you can. Okay, now I have experience. Now I learned how to live this lifestyle and thrive in it.
Yeah. You have to find legal loopholes and things so your life can be easier. Basically, that's the job of your ego to survive in the system. Yes. So your inner child can rest on the countryside or in the forest.
Yes. Yeah, but basically, ego is needed to survive in civilization. In not just civilization, in societies, we always had egos, and the purpose of your ego is to adapt, survive, adapt to these conditions in living in society. I'm just like repeating myself. But it's supposed to be there. You're not supposed to remove it and just like go around egoless. You're supposed to develop it so it doesn't control you. You control your ego. You ride your ego. The same way you drive your car, the car doesn't drive you, unless you have one of those self-driving cars, but that's scary.
It's a tool. It's basically a tool, and it has to have its place. Like I had inner wars between my child and my ego, and the resolution was the inner child should be the one who makes decisions. And
because the inner child is actually you.
Yeah.
It's more closer to the core of your spirit.
Yeah, your real desires. You know? And your ego should be the executioner who makes things happen. And that should be how it works.
And you've also told me an interesting experiences where you had visions and trance-like states where you observed meeting different parts of yourself, and different parts of yourself had different colors which symbolize different things.
Yeah. The inner child is the green one. The ego is blue. There's a red one, which only comes out in extreme circumstances.
The danger ego.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's the fight response, basically. And like you can map, I could map part of myself, but they are constantly changing.
Those different parts of yourself are constantly changing.
Yeah. It's like from different experiences, different aspects will get stronger for some time. So from exploring Peru, I feel like mostly green. Or, like that means I really felt my inner child just having a great time, and I didn't need my ego that much because there was no paperwork to be done, you know. And I didn't have to fight anything, so no red at all. But yeah, usually red resides at the base of my spine, The right side is green and the left side is blue. That was the first visualization that I did with my colors.
It's interesting. Does it have a meaning? Why one is left side, why the other one is right side? Or why is one color on the right side and one color on the left one? Or you still don't know for sure, so you don't want to make guesses about their symbolism?
I was thinking about that stuff. Like the red at the base of my spine is...
Okay, that corresponds with the base chakra.
Yeah, I found that out.
Muladhara.
But these sides, I don't really have an explanation for
If anyone has an explanation, leave it in the comments. We'll check it out.
Yeah.
So remind me which side is blue and which side is green.
The green is the right side.
Oh, that's interesting. Right side is your inner child, your true self, and the ego, the blue side is the left one.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, we're not going to make any guesses until we have the answer for that. But it's interesting how you have like these color correspondences and animal spirits visiting you, and all these animal spirits and animal presentations in your trance states also have symbolism behind them. For example, the giraffe that is connecting the sky to the earth. And the deer and the owl is an interesting one because you had so many synchronicities. And when you told me, and when I would send you random images of owls that I saw in my daily life, you would say, okay, I was just thinking about the owl, or I just had a moment with the owl and now you're sending me this.
Yeah, it was crazy. I still don't know what that spirit wants.
It's a mystery, because owls are mysterious usually, night creatures.
Yeah, and I tried to look into, because it's not pleasant experience. When I see it, it's annoying at best, because like we got off on the wrong foot. Like I had really bad visions that were brought by the owl the first time I encountered it. I thought it was like a new spirit to teach, like I was done with the deer or something, but no, it just hops in and out of my life, brings me some crap, and then goes away. But come to think of it, I ended up buying a double flute in Peru. And its bag has an owl in it. Yeah.
Very nice. Also, did you buy the bag on purpose, or did you get the bag from the craftsman?
I got the bag from the craftsman.
Okay, that's an interesting synchronicity.
Yeah. Because I was like, one of my quests right now is to find my song. I don't know what that means, but I figured like double flute, it really sounds amazing. And I was like, I need to learn that. I will learn that and craft my song or something. And
awesome.
Yeah, that was the owl.
Yeah, I agree with trying to find your songs. It kind of corresponds to Amazonian tribal traditions. I forgot what's the name of
the Icaros.
Icaros, yeah. It's a very disciplined traditions where if you're faking an Icaro, you're just like singing a random song, they know it. And they kick you out. You're not allowed to train to become a curandero or a shaman anymore. You're just like, get out, banned, if you try to fake an Icaro. But if you're truly singing an Icaro, the master shamans, the ones that have experience, they know it. And it's a healing song. And every song is connected to a plant, and it's connected to different types of healing that you can receive. That's all I know. There's so much more to learn.
I don't know what my connections will be. I don't know if I'm gonna be a healer. I think I'm doing it like constantly, to be honest, because I don't know, I have a calming effect on people.
It truly does. he helped me on Ozora when we were at the festival. I had a cold or a corona, I don't know which one, and I was sick for a couple of days, and he was taking care of me, and I felt so safe. Like I felt like I'm going to be healthy in like 2 days.
And yeah, like sometimes I get my friends over, and after some time I just put music in and just have a shisha or something, start talking, and after some time I just notice them like lying on the ground or just being really comfortable. And even my girlfriend says that I have a really strong calming effect on her. She sometimes have panic attacks, but not when I'm around. So yeah.
You're basically her meds. Who needs meds when you have Gergő?
Yeah, I should charge for this shit. No, but like this is important to me because I am defining I'm coming up with a different definition of what it means to be a healer. Because you don't have to tend to wounds to be a healer. What I found, and that is the most important lesson I got from the deer spirit, is that a healer can be someone who promotes life and just helps you live it to the fullest. That can be healing too.
I agree, because I have this idea that there's a dichotomy between wanting to kill yourself and wanting to live. That's like the only true separation. I don't know how to say this. It's the difference between healing and not healing. If you want to die, if you don't want to live on this planet, you don't want to be healthy, you don't want to experience things, you don't want to learn things, you don't want anything, you just want to stop existing. But if you want to heal, it's the opposite. If you want to heal, if you want to live, you want to experience, you want to continue. And it's not only because this is not about our survival instincts that are biologically hardwired in us. This is about meaning. So if you want to continue living on the physical plane and you want to continue experiencing things, you want to live and you want to heal. So you're basically providing that. When you give people resources where they can find their own meaning and will to experience things in this life, you basically give them healing.
Yeah, it really.
And people can go between these two in one day. Like one day someone can want to kill themselves. Okay, this needs to be censored, but okay. One day someone doesn't want to live on this planet anymore, and another day they really want to be alive, they want to experience things, and it can vary, and the healing is different for every person. Every person experiences life and healing differently.
Ups and downs, yeah. The good thing is, I think, when you feel terrible, you can still feel alive,
And that's what you said when you were feeling like complete shit, completely physically destroyed, your feet were grounded to the ground, you felt more alive than you would feel if you were just enjoying yourself.
Yeah, like I have this quote, like, I was the happiest man in crisis.
Yeah, I agree with that. The crisis can make you feel far more alive than just enjoying daily life.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoying daily life is awesome. If you can do that, do that. But there are moments there are harsh moments that make you appreciate being alive.
Yeah, these are reminders, hard reminders.
Yeah. I think we covered everything. Or is there something more you would like to add?
Yeah, I think it's important. If you go on a psychedelic trip, it's important to record it somehow.
To write it down.
To write it down, or in my case, I just do drawings. So I would recall them, and if you have drawings or you wrote it down, you can really connect the dots afterwards. Because if you have like multiple trips, multiple drawings of your previous trips, you can start noticing patterns. You just lay the papers next to each other, and just you can just really see that.
You can see the full story unfold. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I like writing things down when I'm experiencing trips. I don't do that every time, but I should, because a lot of times you get these realizations, these downloads when you're in a different state of when you're in a intense different state of consciousness, and you realize things about life. And when you come out of the trip, it seems you don't remember much of it because your state of consciousness is different. The same thing happens when you're dreaming. When you're sleeping and dreaming, you experience a whole universe, whole story, and you wake up and nothing makes sense. It's not that the story doesn't make sense, it's that your state of consciousness is not aligned with that story that you experience. It's very different. It's like trying to view an image in an MP3 player. It doesn't work. That's why if you're in extremely different states of consciousness, they cannot really exchange information unless you train that. So with writing down your dreams or your trips or anything you experience in different states of consciousness, or making drawings, it connects the dots. It trains trains your brain, your normal state of consciousness, to remember details and things about that. And then you start, in your sober daily life, you start to realize that these things actually do make sense. You just need a bit training. Yeah. It's not like your brain is firing randomly and making random connections, and in those moments you're thinking that they make sense. They actually make sense. You just need a little bit of training, a little bit of writing down, drawing, talking out loud, trying to put it into words or into images, or something that your sober mind can use to connect the dots. And also reading philosophy or different kinds, like Eastern spirituality is really good for that. Reading stuff or indigenous traditions, how they view things, can help you make sense of trips. Because if you have this very dry, rational way of thinking, trips are just going to seem random to you. And dreams as well. Anything that has to do with altered states of consciousness will not make much sense.
Yeah, dreams have like two types. Like I call them meaningful dreams and entertainment dreams.
Yeah.
and kind of the same way you can interpret like trips as meaningful trips and entertainment trips. But if you don't record them, if you don't do the integration, everything will seem like
random.
an entertainment trip rather than a meaningful trip.
And I think there's fragments of meaning, fragments of meaningful dreams and fragments of actual meaning in entertainment dreams, fragments of actual meaning in entertainment trips that you don't notice if you're just viewing them as entertainment. If you're just viewing them as random stuff.
Exactly.
Because there's meaning in everything, in everyday mundane bullshit. There's fragments of meaning that you can notice if you train yourself enough to notice. That's why I like writing shit down in your journal. You also do journaling. You also do like drawings, and people can also record their own voice or talk to someone, try to make sense of it, try to put it into like context. And over time, it's much easier to perceive like actual connections, like sense logic in things that you experience in altered states of consciousness.
Oh, and yeah, if you trip alone like I do, it's one more reason to record it, because there's no one else to remind you of what you've been doing.
You cannot ask your friend Tom, like, Tom, what did I trip about last time? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
This was an awesome podcast. Like this. Thank you so much, and thank you guys for watching. And I'll try to make more podcasts. I'll try to continue with this channel. And thank you for supporting me. I love you guys.
Bye.